Howdy folks, Justin here, and today we're hopping onto the ladder with Abomination Scout. This is an archetype created by PWMX some time ago, and it's a lot of fun. And it's the kind of deck that you should be familiar with if you plan on playing a lot of Legends, especially in higher ranks. It's a deck that has never been hit with balance changes, despite being very powerful and reasonably consistent, and has just continued to pick up additional pieces as time went on. So, the deck is also pretty unique, which is one of the exciting things about it. It's a very uniquely Elder Scrolls Legends experience. And it works because of Journey to Sovngarde and the interaction between Thieves' Guild Fences, Necromancer's Amulets, and Disciples of Nimira. You draw through your entire deck. Unlike the other, semi-popular and competitively viable Journey to Sovngarde deck, Doomcrag Warrior, this deck doesn't play for the board at all. You're basically playing solitaire, and you're trying to get through this whole process before your opponent kills you. And this time that opponent is Chemstar on Sorcerer, and let's see how we go. Now, against some decks like Aggro Warrior, you can basically start going off earlier, because they're very unlikely to have any ability to remove stuff like your Thieves' Guild Fences. We'll keep the Disciple in the Mirror. That's not true against decks that run Sorcerer's Negation. Now, if you find yourself in a position where it's like, well, I go off or I die, so I'm going to have to take some bigger risks, then you can absolutely do that, and there are going to be a lot of times where you're not punished for it. But we're going to try to walk through this as reasonably as we possibly can. This is one of my favorite decks. It's a lot of fun to play in short bursts, but it's just really strong. And I think that it's important to understand how this deck works. So here we go. Chemstar the Smuggler, by the way, thinking hard about this first turn. Wardcrafter, Windkeep, Spellsword, or Barrowstalker. Windkeep Spellsword is the correct play. You don't want to gain life in the early game because, like, I could be a beatdown scout deck, and you want to take some damage, draw some cards that way, and you also don't know where you want to put your guards. Wardcrafter has more value later, and yeah, so it's Windkeep Spellsword. Gearwork Spider. Well, we are also running Gearwork Spider, so I'm excited to see what happens here. We're going field. There's our Gearwork Spider. Ordinarily, you're going to find yourself tempted to just play in the Shadow Lane, which is fine, but we're not ready to move there quite yet. We don't have all our stuff. Alright, now we got most of our stuff. So we're actually much closer to going off than it might seem at first, because Moonsugar Smuggler is part of the engine of this deck. Last Gasp, gain 2 magic of this turn, can be absolutely huge. But we're also under no pressure, so we can sort of take our time. I don't know what my opponent's doing, but I'm in. I mean, I'm not really in, because I'm playing Abomination Scout, so I don't actually do anything with my opponent, but... yeah, I don't need to do anything. I really don't need to do anything. But I'm excited to see what happens. Firestorm over here would be a little frustrating because I plan on going off here just because it's easier. I already have 2 guys here. But yeah, so we're gonna use Disciple of Nimira to kill off a ton of our own creatures while Thieves' Guild Fence is in play. And we're gonna go nuts. Alright. This is Action Sorcerer. Let's see what the top card of our deck is. Word Wall. I don't think I want Word Wall. I can play Deepwood Trapper too. Eat up 4 damage. I have a, you know, cacophony of riches in my hand right now, just screaming at me to go off. But I'm kind of into seeing what my opponent's doing, and I'm also, like I said, under no pressure. Cool. Indoor Mastermind. We do want to find one of our Necromancer's amulets at some point. Because, I mean, we could just die, I guess. Why don't we just play 2 Thieves Guild Fences? Is that crazy? At the very least, we could play 1 Geode. That's awesome. Charge. Alright, so I think I am going to play both Thieves Guild Fences. I feel like that's okay. I know my opponent has a lot of actions, but they already burn a negation. We'll see if it pays off. This is what kind of what I was talking about, though, about just like taking risks. Because let's say we get to start our turn with both those in play. Let's say we get to start our turn with one of those in play. Things look good. Okay.
I see you're in need of my wisdom.
Sweet. Charge isn't great. We kind of have to draw our Necromancer's Amulet. Oh, we're gonna have a bad time. That's our journey to Sovngarde. Alright.
Welcome to the shadows.
This one is just a simple farmer, you see.
Let's do what we can here. Another Moonsugar Smuggler is awesome.
This one is just a simple farmer, you see.
I'm ready for anything.
Another Word Wall. We really, really need to hit our
A formidable display.
amulet.
I'll scout ahead.
Nope. We just have a couple chances left for that amulet. We are churning through our deck, 25 cards, halfway through, 2 amulets left. And now we're running out of time. That is unfortunate.
Think it's worth dying for. I bark and birth. This is think it's worth dying.
And we gotta kill that. Okay, so we weren't able to gain any life, unfortunately, because we didn't find our amulet. But we did churn through a lot of stuff. We got a second Disciple in hand. And, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Suffer and die.
Oh, there's another fence.
The best protection money can buy.
Baron of Tyr. Baron of something. Oh, let's draw a card.
What are we going after?
You can't beat me.
There's the amulet. Alright, let's go nuts. Yes, please sacrifice Karthspire Scout, the Sandrork, brand new card from Frostbark. Okay.
You can't beat me.
Shackle that thing. How many cards left in our deck? 14. Okay, this looks pretty good. The Gearworks Spider. 10 cards in hand.
The Night Mother will guide us.
I will cut your purse and your throat.
Alright, we could overdraw, but it's not really a big deal. And this might be a thing that our opponent tries to do. But because we have the Journey in hand, it doesn't really even matter. And next turn, we can finish going off. Cards that are left in our deck. 1 Drain Vitality. 1 Necromancer's Amulet. 1 Thieves Guild Fence. No, we're through fences. Ooh, this is exciting. This is Singleton, right? No, except we've seen 2 negations. It's not Singleton, it's just awesome. Alright, Nekrina's Breakthrough. What's a 0-cost card? Mace of Encumbrance. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Let's finish this. Let's go and play that just for maximum security. Okay, up to 10 cards. Strain Vitality to get it out of our hand. Play that. Or swing there. Get another card. It is the last Drain Vitality. Gearworks Spider summons up 3 Gearworks Spiders. We're going to get that out of our hand. We're going to play Moonsugar Smuggler.
This one is just a simple father, you see.
I'm going to play Spider a Worker. So you kind of got to go fast. Brotherhood Assassin. Okay, we're going to Scouts Report. Discard. 3 Shadow Markings in our hand. 6 cards left in our deck. Journey costs 6. We're going to go ahead and Journey. Yeah. Especially now that we got the 0-cost cards. Journey. Drez. Draw. Keep. Play. Keep. Swing. Swing. Oh no, I didn't get a swing! Alright, so look. This deck is not interactive. It is the purest combo deck there is in Legends as far as like that you're not concerned with what your opponent's doing, you're just playing against yourself. And do I appreciate that the fact... I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not excited about the fact that a deck like that exists, because I do think that playing for the board is the most fun way to play Legends. I just also happen to think that it's important that you're aware that this deck exists so that you can, know how to play around it, which in this case is don't let your opponent start the turn with a Thieves Guild Fence or a Disciple in Namiro in play. And if you have the ability to banish cards from your opponent's deck, you should probably do that. Yeah, just stuff like that. Our opponent, kind of a trooper, gonna let us play this out. Only 25 cards left in our deck. Most of them are massive. And we have the ability to drop some cards. I don't know if this is autofill or what is happening here, but... Alright. Do. Creature Builder. We will take the other offense. And we're just going to finish clearing off all our old crappy creatures. We are going to beat our opponent down just a little bit. Shadow Marking, not really what I'm into right now. I'm just here to play massive dudes. And end the game at 50 life. Sorry, 53. Okay, we have lethal in both lanes. And yeah, this is PD Max's Abomination Scout. Next time somebody asks you, where were you when you saw somebody play with themselves for 15 minutes and get away with it, you're right here on this channel. I do really appreciate the fact that our opponent is running Nakreen the Dragon Priest. That is an exciting card to see. This card got the absolute hell nerfed out of it like almost 2 years ago now. It used to say draw a card, the next card you play this turn costs 0. Doesn't do that anymore. Okay. Opponent's putting up a fight. I love the art on Moon Trigger Smuggler, by the way. Big fan of that kitty. Opponent did make us almost overdraw. There you go. Alright. See you all on the ladder.